Hello and welcome to Unknown Model Reviews. Today I'm going to be covering this brand new Rye Field Aufschwung G with a full interior and workable tracks. So to begin with, I'm going to go through the instructions and that kind of package just to get it out of the way. This is how it came packed for me. This is very, very early production, so it could change at least a little, but I think this is at least close. So to begin, this kit has workable tracks, and as you can see, here they are. They're fairly good in detail, in my opinion. I have yet to build Rye Field's Panzer III tracks. I've assembled a little bit of the Panzer IV, and they go together pretty well. Thankfully, with these ones, they have nice hollow guide horns. All you got to do is put the pins in the sides. And these here are the pins. Also, a whole bunch of polycaps, so presumably this kit is going to be able to roll as well as have working suspension and tracks. This here is a jig for putting the track together. Here we have the decal sheet, one-sided. Lots and lots of little emblems, presumably for the ammunition, of which there is a lot. Some Boutenkreuz, looks like Tiger High. That'll be interesting. Something there. And that appears to be a gauge. That's going to be very handy. Here's the tow cable and the spring for the barrel, which will be able to actuate. I'm not a fan of this. This is not very good. I might have to replace this string. They had in the past braided cable. I don't know why they went back, but at least it has the other amenity still. This is the clear parts sprue, which is very numerous. I'm sure a bunch of these you don't even use, but it's nice to get the extras anyway. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what half of these are for. Here are the photo etch frets. These looks like some kind of rims for maybe the idlers, I believe is where the... Yeah, that's right. They're supposed to go in the idlers, I think. We got some very nice grills. Some bolt strips. Seen these on Dragon a little. And then in the back here, some smaller stuff. These look like for the ammo stowage. That's going to be very nice. I believe this is probably for the back of a chair. And finally, I'll just do a quick flip through the instructions. Oh, it looks like there's, yeah. These are nice color instructions. I think they're very clear. Photo etch grills, the workable suspension, which I am very interested in. It's the main reason I got the kit, in fact, because there's going to be multiple full interior Stugs coming out. There's this one, there's going to be one from Border Model, and there's going to be one from Miniart, all Stug 3Gs. The lack of variety is a little annoying, but yeah, I'm glad to see them coming out. It makes good competition. From what I can tell so far, the Border Model Stug has a lot of extras. It has a full interior crew, and it has a bunch of photo etch and tarps and that kind of thing. And then the Miniart specializes in accuracy. It is very, very realistic. And it also, I think, comes with a crew. There are those decals. And then this one specializes in the workability because, well, the Miniart one has workable tracks, I believe. This one has workable tracks and suspension. You can just get an idea here of the sort of construction. Looks like here's where the photo etch goes. Some nice looking radios. This isn't a full view of the instructions, but you can probably get the full ones on ScaleMates. It's a nice gun assembly. That's the new parts. The rest of it is recycled from their full interior Panzer III. And here are these parts. These are replaced by photo etch. I also have that over here, which I will cover in a minute, which is some slight upgrades. There goes the spring. And color collet. Now that we've gone through the instruction manual, it's time to get to the actual sprues. It's pretty well packaged, got some nice diagrams on the sides. So we're going to start with this one. This appears to be more of a Panzer III one, has some very nice looking fenders. Yeah, there's some very good tread pattern on these. They're diamond plate. If I can get my... Fortunately it won't focus, but I think you get the gist. I think these here are exhaust parts. It looks like this is probably for the Panzer III here, for the MG. Front plate for the Panzer III. Very nice machine gun here, presumably the coax. It's slide molded. This looks like the hull sides. And I think this one's probably new. The only unfortunate thing about this one I was looking at is there's a lot of injector pin marks here. These are going to be a pain to fill, but at least it's mostly flat. Looks like we get some new fenders. And one of the mantlets. I believe in this one you might have two options, because I saw a sock-off down in there. This sprue appears to be the engine. Very nice. It's about time Sturmgeschütz start to get some engines. They spent so long with only half interiors. This appears to be more engine parts. Like that's the battery is right there. There, batteries. This appears to be the whole bottom and the interior floor. Very interesting and good details on these. A little bit of flash, but nothing that some sprue cutters won't fix. This is looks like a lot of the gun, the top of the superstructure, the suck-off. That looks nice. There's not much cast texture on it, sadly, but that's a place where I could improve it pretty easily. That looks pretty good. And then here's the gun. The gun is one piece, and then it has a variety of slide molded muzzle brakes. You have quite a few options there. Now we get into some of the smaller bits. Here is the superstructure, which is a very nice slide molded component. It's a little on the chunky side, but I think it'll probably be alright. I'm no Stug expert, so I can't say how accurate that is. And then this is the rear engine deck. Here we have what looks to be ammunition, and lots of it. I can't say if this is a Stug ammunition. This is going to be my first Stug when I do build it. So I have not seen the ammunition size, but I bet it's probably this. And I believe this is probably from the Panzer III. It's got the fan blades, stuff like that. This looks like Panzer III ammunition. And then we have yet another lower hull. You could make two whole hulls out of this thing almost. I don't know. We'll see, but maybe you could build another tank. Even more engine parts, belts, fan drives. This looks like some ammunition storage. Pretty well molded. These are extra bits and the track that is meant to be stowed. This is radios and some MP40s, I think. I could be wrong about that. And just some seats, some more interior parts. And finally, the all-important suspension and wheels. Those are very, very nicely molded there. That is incredibly thin. And these torsion bars are also very thin. It's going to be a bit of a process to get it. Oh, and these, I believe, are some door parts for the Panzer III. So as you can see, it's a pretty fantastic looking kit. Personally, I was really excited when this one was announced, so I ordered it pretty quick, and as a result, it's here fairly early into its run. It's one of those kits that Rye Field tends to make where it's a real challenge just to make everything fit back into the box. They're also going to be making a non-interior version of this kit for those of us who don't enjoy the intense complexity that something like that brings. Which I can personally understand, but I'm a nut for the interiors, as you could see from my review of the Suyata 1-48 Panther with Strubelkron, which is a fantastic kit, by the way. But anyway, enough about this. Now I'm going to look at the upgrade solution. What this is supposed to add is all these 3D printed parts, a fire extinguisher, muzzle brake, some towing stuff, and some photo etch. So I'll just pop this bad boy open. So first up, here's the photo etch. It looks pretty good quality, pretty nicely made. And then here are the 3D printed parts. They come in a nice box. Here is, if it'll focus. Come on. There it is. This is the muzzle brake cover. It looks very nice. Very well sculpted. Here is the fire extinguisher. It'll focus. There's some incredibly fine detail on those on the clasps, but you can't see that on video. And here is the towing equipment. It's got some great texture to it. It's going to be very, very nice. So that is Rye Field Models Sturmgeschütz 3 with full interior reviewed. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was informative and helpful.